Friday, the 17th of December, 2021, and I'm heading out on my final hunt before Christmas, which is the following weekend. On this mission, I've been invited by my good old hunting mate Toby First Light Hughes to hunt a private block. Now this block is completely privately owned, and the only way to hunt it is with the permission of the owners. I'm lucky, Toby knows the owners, and they have granted us access to hunt the block over the weekend. The block has both red and fallow deer, with a few Arpara sheep and goats running around. Our brief is to assist with herd management and knock over as many deer as reasonable, but leave the red stags that are in velvet, as they're saving those for trophies. After entering the block, we stop at a high vantage point to throw the binos around, and well, yeah, not bad. Spotted, I don't know, 50 already. Anyway, we'll get down and get settled in and then make a plan. We have arrived at the whare. Pretty awesome place here, steeped in history. We actually met Neil, one of the original guys that set this place up. There's actually a YouTube video of Neil doing some work on this block about 6 years ago, but he's in here actually doing all the digger work and doing all the tidying up the track. So hell of a nice bloke, and gave us a few tips too. He's been out on the bike and said, well, there's just deer everywhere. He's given us a heads up on where to go, just for a bit of an evening recon. That wind is absolutely hua, so we see something tonight, we pop it, that's all good. If not, tomorrow's going to be our big day anyway. Just about ready, bro?
Yeah, probably need to flick the chiller on before we go.
Oh, flick the chiller on before we go, he reckons. Ooh, is that a jinx or what? Anyway, we'll get tooled up and make a move. So my weapon of choice for this evening hunt was my trusty Tikka T3 308, perfect for shots from 50 at to 500 meters. All tooled up and a short drive up the road saw us leaving the car and electing to hunt the track. Weapon safety status is bag, nothing up the chamber. So we just spotted the deer when we came in, so we're just going to walk the track just a little bit, see what's up here. Wind's right up our ass. Classic. Let it go. So here is the dilemma. In such a target-rich environment, our focus now became which is the easiest deer to recover, rather than our good old public land philosophy, brown and down. I know, I can't even believe it myself. Anyway, we push up the track, we find a deer that fit all the right criteria. Stand by. So we got our first one. Just waiting for her to turn. Broadside. How far is it, bro? 62. 162. Should have need to hold for wind on this one. She's turning broadside now. Got one in it. Fuck, shoot her. Well, that was a good start. Deer number one on the ground. But I'm telling you, we walked straight across the road after this one, and this is what happened. So we got a couple just down in there, and we're gonna have a shot. Stand by. So here we go. Deer number 2, 100 meters, 19-degree downhill angle. With no ground shooting position available, it was time to go standing supported with the use of the Kanuka tree. Stand by. That's another one down. Only 100 meters. Fucking nothing. Alrighty, leave the bro there. And I'll skedaddle down the track here and pick up the car and go recover the first one he shot, which is substantially bigger than the one I just shot. I shot a young, tasty yearling. Recovery mode, got my HD eyeballs on. I think I'm heading, there's this clearing just at the end of my stick, so wind my way down through the manukas here, follow my nose down and hopefully won't get lost. That's it. Public land styles, back stakes, back legs, and back up to the car. Well, that was a lightning bolt recovery, taking about 50 minutes all up. Got back to the car, packed up, picked up Toby, and back to the whare for a debrief and dinner. Bit of a debrief, found him.
He wasn't lost.
But he did manage to change the channel on his 750 Rhino to 34 without realising it. My fault, I didn't train him on how to use it before he pissed off in the bush. I started panicking and thinking he was lost, and the GPS was only pinging to where the deer was, so I thought, oh, he's going to come back and he's left the GPS over there. But anyway, obviously I terminated that deer with the 308.
Catastrophically.
Yeah.
Its organs were on the side of the hill.
And we recovered so a couple of good back legs and back stacks off the one he shot, and I recovered, and then wow, like the size of a small dog, the stuff he got off with it. But anyway,
Mean recon though. Nice scout.
yeah, this place is just
crawling. We knew it was, but yeah, it's cool to confirm it.
But yeah, it's anyway. We're gonna probably have a bite to eat. Kick out real early. He popped up the track, like went way up the track and found us some real good recon spots. So that'll be us first thing in the morning if we don't bump something on the track and knock a couple over. But wouldn't mind maybe another 2 or 3 deer just to fill the larder and fill a couple of orders for Christmas. So shall see you in the morning. With a big day planned, it was an early start to the day. A couple of bits of toast with honey and a cup of tea, and obviously the opportunity to hatch a cunning plan for day 2. And since the day 1 plan worked so well, we thought we'd do it again. Just cruising up the main ridge, either driving or walking, and hunting left and right. And what do you know, the plan worked again. Well, that got the morning off to a good start, but it was only gonna get better. We popped across the road, spied this little fellow biker sitting down at 180 metres. Unfortunately, there were a couple of manuka trees blocking our shooting lane, so out came the silky saw to do a bit of pruning.
So the bro's just down there. He's cutting a grove so he can shoot this hind. She's just spotted him as he was cutting. And she stopped and watched him finish. And now she's gone back to grazing. So she's in a prime spot for a while. Hopefully she stays there.
And stay there, she did. My turn to get into the action, so stand by.
Okay.
They're both out presenting shots.
Take it there?
Yeah.
Oh, not yet. Yep.
Yep.
Anyway, it's another easy peasy lemon squeezy 308. Took a T3 all day long. here she is down over there. And we'll just hang for a bit, see if we can't spot another one, make it worth going over there, but anyway. Another couple on the board for the morning. I know this sounds ridiculous, but 10 minutes later, we got dialed onto another deer sitting at 300 metres. This time, Toby was up again. Come there. Well, the tally was looking pretty good for the morning. Toby had shot 2 reds, I'd shot a fallow deer, and Toby was getting pretty keen on shooting just one more fallow, hopefully with a nice skin that he could tan out. And by crikey, look what happened next.
There's a shot there.
You take it. Well, that's enough carnage for the morning. 4 deer on the ground, that means it's recovery time. A short drive back down the road to an easier access point. We kick off at 8 o'clock. We make good time, and it's not too long before we find our first deer.
Beauty.
Get this one cleaned up and into the packs. One down, a couple to go. With the first deer processed and in the back of the modulus pack, it was just a hop, skip and a jump across to find Toby's deer, and this one was the one he wanted the skin off. Meat, cape, gone burgers. Deer number 2, all processed, but before we head off and find the other 2, we thought we'd kick back, have a little rest, get some go-go juice into us, aka Hunt Smart, just to fuel us up for the next 2 deer. Unfortunately, this rookie didn't bring enough GoPro batteries across, and we were only able to film the recovery of Toby's 300 metre deer. But trust me, we trundled across and got the other one, which made for a very long morning. So a wee bit of a update. Came back to the fuddy here about 11 o'clock. Had some lunch, had a snooze, and was sort of mucking around. Gonna chuck our gear in the car again and wander on up for one more look for a couple of hours and then come back down and process meat. So we saw some Arapara rams or sheep up there. We wouldn't mind having a bit of a nudge at if we see one, and any odd handy deer. One more deer would be good too. It'll make the freezer nice and full for the Christmas period. Anyhow, we'll get some gear squared away into the car. And low-key afternoon mission. Well, I know you're not surprised, because yep, we drove up the track 5 minutes, spotted this deer, and we're into it again. Stand by.
Oh,
Stand by. So this is our last deer. I clear my rifle, make it safe, now plan for recovery. Time to do recovery. I was just going to run this one solo. Toby's going to stay behind, there's only one deer to go get. No point him coming over. Go for me lonesome. All good, bro. I got it. Sweet as.
yeah, roger that, bro.
Yeah, bro. I'll just pop down here and get her all boned out, and then I'll be back up in about 45 minutes, brother.
Yeah, sweet as, bro. All good.
front shoulder's been totally jelly thanks to my 308 round. It was time to just secure the back stakes, back wheels in that pack, start to make our way back to the car. Wasn't too long, up there with Toby, headed back to tidy up the footy and then look to do our outro. Quick check of the, make sure we left everything nice and tidy, clean. Make sure Toby didn't leave any skid marks on the toilet. All good. Alrighty. Well, that's us. Our car's all packed up, full of venison. I think the deer count was around about nine deer and one goat. Bo, your reflections on the trip and any shout outs you want to do?
Yeah, shout outs first up. My boss, Nick,
Yep.
and all the dudes that let us come out here and shoot on their land, hunt on their land.
You know who you are?
Yeah, it was awesome. This place is just awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome hunt.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Yep.
really enjoyed
Yep.
it. Cool to look somewhere new, somewhere fresh.
Yeah.
I don't do much farm hunting, so it was a bit of a change of pace for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it was like what you said, you know, sort of shout out to your boss and the guys who led us on to this cool property to come and have a bit of a sleigh up, you know, prior to Christmas and feed our families and friends.
Yeah, fill the freezer. Yep.
Yeah, definitely did that this weekend, so I really appreciate your generosity. Yeah, good to see Toby hooking in with the Savage and blowing bloody holes and things. Probably too much gun for sort of targets under 300. Bloody goat, Jesus Christ, that is a big hole in. But yeah, I just sort of reflect on just thanking the guys that allowed us to come on this property, and I really appreciate your generosity. I hope you guys, you know, you enjoyed that video. It's probably going to be the last one prior to Christmas, so you guys all out there have a merry Christmas, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next adventure.